Welcome to the Bad Movie Night podcast, covering the worst movies you've never seen. We hope you enjoy listening to Bad Movie Night podcast.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Bad Movie Night podcast. My name is Chris, and tonight we have checked out the Patreon recommendation of the 1985 horror movie Cemetery of Terror.
Cemetery of Terror.
I like that voiceover you did.
Did you do that?
I did that.
Nice.
You like that? They didn't even have one.
That was really
Cemetery
good.
of Terror.
Yeah, all these trailers never have voiceovers. And
You
I was
should just
like,
make a
I'm just-
channel where you just make trailer voiceovers.
Yeah. It was an AI voice generator.
Nice.
We have a bunch of new bumpers tonight of things.
Cool.
I went a little crazy.
You say
Actually, we
nude
only have
bumpers or new bumpers?
That's not true. We only have one new bumper, and then we have a message from Spiv from the future or something.
Cool.
We'll get there. We'll unpack all that.
What? Okay.
I don't know. He's sending me in a video. It was creepy and weird. It's a good thing.
It's a Smith thing.
We'll check it out later. Rebecca will be on the show, or she won't at this point. It's up in the air. She said, and I quote, "My computer is crapping out." Wait.
Oh,
Speaking of the devil herself.
dang!
Boom.
Goodness.
What
Full
happened?
Smith.
Made it just in time.
Yeah.
No, I put in the Slack that my computer was crapping out.
Oh, we saw.
We thought you said you were crapping out.
We thought you were crapping. Was what we were
Like, what did you
postulating.
eat? Some seafood or something? Bad seafood?
Well, we're happy to have you.
Thanks.
So thrilled to be here.
That's the excitement we like here at Bad Movie Night.
Fucking assholes.
Jesus.
All right, so up top is the man zone, clearly on the podcast.
I
Now down below
guess.
is the lady zone.
I don't know how manly it is up here, my friend.
All right, fair enough. Guys, the 1985 horror movie Cemetery of Terror, recommended by Taylor Ann, 2022's Patreon of the year.
Joe.
Oh,
Wow. She got her movie put on the wheel by going to patreon.com/Bad Movie Night Show. We had a new patron sign up this
No way.
week as well.
That's awesome.
Nice.
I don't
I like
remember the
hearing
name.
that. Well, thank you,
But,
new Patreon. Whatever your
While
name
I'm
is.
looking it up, Robin, pledged by Robin. So thank you,
Awesome.
Robin.
Thank you,
thanks, Robin.
It's awesome.
All right. Spiv will be back. He's on vacation. Ian's going to join the podcast at some point in the next week or two. And Lindsay's out. AJ's out. Rebecca's out.
Yeah.
People are all dropping like flies.
Mhm.
I'm here next
I'll
week,
be
but the
here.
week after I'm out.
It's
Same.
summertime.
My schedule's moving.
I'll be here. I got nothing. I don't have
I
a
got, I got nothing.
Cool. So the Rupert brothers holding it down.
Someone's
they
got to
do.
do it.
Someone's
Dude,
going to do it.
we can make our own podcast. We don't need these people.
No.
You don't need us. What are we? Nothing.
What are we going to talk
Yeah.
about? We'll just
Yeah, I
talk
don't
about, like,
Who broke whose arm?
Yeah.
How about a
And
recreation?
how many
of
houses is 2 houses down?
Yeah,
those
exactly.
sections.
That kind
We
of
can
shit.
talk about music a little bit.
I can just picture it now. I storm off, and like 45 minutes later, I show up behind Chris and just like,
Where's Aaron? All right, let's get into it, though. We got a lot to talk about with the movie tonight. AJ, what is Cemetery of Terror about?
If you haven't seen Halloween,
Yeah.
unfortunately, this is not nearly as good as Halloween. A professor suspects a serial killer might have risen from the dead,
Are
you from the dead?
and some young adults decide to resurrect him through stealing a body from the local morgue.
Come with us.
Watch out for the giant hand slap in the Spanish classic that is Cemetery of Terror.
The dead are rising from the graves.
rated R because that one guy kisses that girl and it's really fucking awkward and weird.
Ooh.
Oh, the worst kissing.
So
We
bad.
will
So bad.
Get into it. It is awkward as
Oh,
fuck.
God.
We will unpack it all later. Plenty of
bad.
time for that. Maybe that's how they did it in the 80s.
It looked like a
Maybe
fish
that's
that like it couldn't quite grab the food. Like it kept trying to grab the food.
It was what it was a woman who was really not interested in
interested,
kissing
yeah.
him, and he was.
I don't think
Going
any of
for
the
it.
girls were interested in any
Yeah.
of the guys.
No.
Yeah. They
And
probably
you
weren't
know what? I
interested
don't
in being
blame
on the
them
movie.
because I wasn't either. But hey, we're gonna get into that as well. AJ, good premise, whole section.
Thank you.
All right. Time to get up in Aaron's history hole and get a little context for the movie. Does he have one? And the year it was released. So here we go.
For Aaron's History Hole.
Oh, I played the
yeah,
wrong bumper.
Yeah, I was
No,
like, that's
it's been
an old
a,
one.
yeah.
No,
I love
it's
that. I love that bumper.
Oh, it's over already.
Cool. Cemetery of Terror. This movie was released in
Aaron, are you dressed as a 1980s Spanish person right now? Is that what-
1985. It was released in the United States on July 12th. Holy shit, 1985. We almost came up on the
Oh,
anniversary here.
Damn.
No.
Plan
next
that better.
next Wednesday would have been July 12th.
Yeah.
Even though I
Yeah.
don't think
Yeah.
we're doing the podcast on Wednesday next week. I don't know.
Yeah, well, whatever. Fuck it.
Whatever.
This movie was, so like you said, July 12th in the United States. It was filmed in some places. Actually, it was filmed in Texas, I think.
Like the
Is that right?
southernmost point of Texas.
Yeah, very
right
southernmost
on the
point of
border.
Texas is where it was filmed.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So some
The
other
taint of
1985.
Texas. This is what they call that.
The tip. Just the tip, Chris.
Texas taint.
The Texas tip. So July 1985 films, we have Back to the Future.
You can't come back here because that's the future. There's
I don't think
I
There's
love
no
that part. I love that part.
You can't go back. It's the future, man.
I was thinking
it's
this guy's-
future.
I was taking this guy's photo this morning. I was like, stand in front of like the bell tower. He's like, oh, it's like from Back to the Future. I'm like, like, okay,
1.21
brother.
gigawatts.
All right.
All right, we have Red Sonja.
All right. All right.
A
Horrible movie.
little film called The Lift by Dick Mass.
Oh shit!
Whoa.
I believe that's
Wow.
a sequel to The Shaft.
What we should do this December is just Dickmas, and it's just all Dick Mass
Dickmas,
movies.
yeah. Hey, that's a
That's
that's a
good.
great
That-
idea.
Very
We should do that.
Dickmas.
Very Dickmas.
I
That's
second
a very
that.
bad movie night.
Let's
kind
do
of
that.
Yeah.
Let's do
idea.
that. I like that.
Perfect.
Oh, deck the halls with balls. All right, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome.
Oh,
Yeah, Tina.
don't need 'em.
Is that good? I haven't seen it. So
It's
It's
fun.
okay. It's okay.
Master Blaster and the
I mean, I
little
remember
guy that
Master
sits on his
Blaster,
shoulders.
It's no
Yeah.
road warrior.
It's
but
super
fine.
fucking weird. It's
It
super
is really weird, especially after
but
the first.
it's so much
Yeah.
fun to watch.
Explorers.
Oh,
Remember that one?
that's
Yeah.
The
Ethan
kids.
Oh, yeah.
River Phoenix.
That's a
Hawk.
Ethan
Yeah.
Hawke. Somebody else too. I forget who. It's directed by Joe Dante. Yeah, these kids build a little spaceship. It's pretty cool. Day of the Dead, a classic film. E.T. the motherfucking extraterrestrial.
How come that's
guns.
what they're going to do soon? ET2, whatever his name returns.
The
What was the
return
ET's
of
name?
ET.
Do we remember? Snorlax? Or
Are they
something?
gonna
What was
are they
his
gonna
name?
de-age
They
ET?
have
They
name.
have a name?
De-age
No.
ET?
E.T. That's his name.
Was his name
Yeah.
ET?
Yes.
Yeah.
Extraterrestrial.
E.T.
Yeah.
phone
E.T.
home.
phone home.
Who would you get to
Dude,
play
that movie,
ET?
that movie sucks. I remember
Shut
when I was
up.
a kid,
What?
and
No,
it was
we
scary,
already
the
know
opening.
that you hate whimsy and
You know
joy.
what?
and
Stranger
Nostalgia.
Things ruined
It's all
ET.
right.
Stranger Things
Fine.
ruined ET. I don't want to see
about?
kids riding around on bikes anymore. They
God,
ruined that
such
shit.
an old man.
Oh my god, man! You need to learn to have some fun.
No.
Put
Speaking
some
of fun-
joy into your heart, Chris.
Yeah, yeah. You're like the Grinch. You got to get some. We need to get you to Whoville.
Old Chris is back.
fucking
it sounds
asshole.
like.
What'd you say, AJ?
Well, I think old Chris is back.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Oh
Back
shit!
better
Back
than
in
ever.
Grumpy.
Again.
Are you getting a second? You getting remarried? What's going on?
Oh, God, no, actually, I haven't seen ET in like probably like 15 years.
That made me
It's
sad
probably
as a
great.
kid.
I don't
Who's
know.
gonna play ET in the new one?
Yeah.
I got it. Jack
Harrison
Black.
Ford.
Jack Black.
Jack Black.
Perfect. Perfect.
I could get behind Jack Black as E.T. That makes sense. All right, National Lampoon's European Vacation.
That one's funny.
Big Ben.
It's okay.
It's a fun movie.
You
Come
don't
on.
know that one?
Remember it.
God, you guys are so boring. All right. Speaking of boring, not boring, director was Ruben Galindo Jr. You may know him from lots of Spanish movies that I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce because it'll just be embarrassing.
All right. He's
So
still
let's just say he got his start in the 80s and he's still making things. Most recently, he did an episode of El Retardor.
Yeah, he's on TV. He's doing
Oh, yeah, I didn't say that anymore. My favorite movie, El Retardo.
No, it's an
my
R.
God.
It's an R at the end.
Oh, sorry.
Retardor. Retardor.
It's the name of a movie, guys. Let's
Yes.
not freak out.
It's a
okay?
TV
not
series.
I'm laughing at his attempt to not
Yeah.
make it sound like something
Yeah.
bad and making it sound like something bad in the process.
Oh, God.
pretty good. Pretty
No,
good.
El Ricardo. It's a great movie. I'm gonna hold it.
Oh, stop. let it be.
Oh, shit.
What does it translate to?
I don't want to know.
All right, I got to turn it. Hold on.
Oh my god. Do you think
That's a TV series.
It's a TV. Yes, I said that. Damn it. You're just too busy.
he said
Let's
an
translate.
episodes or
I
something?
did say an episode.
Maybe it's more like El Retato.
Probably, but I can't fucking.
I don't know.
The Challenger.
I regret not taking Spanish.
Challenge.
Me too.
Challenger
Useful.
or the chat. Never mind.
No,
German.
Chris, the Challenger.
Mistake.
Let's move on. We're being insensitive.
Yes,
We
our,
are.
our second writer is so that Ruben was also the writer, but there's another writer, Carlos Valdemar,
Okay.
who also wrote stuff that you've never heard of, like Diablo de la Fantrara or Muerte en Tijuana.
Dude, all these
Wait.
sound
Sounds like
Yeah.
are these like
El
more,
Place de Velavangaza.
are these
Whoa,
these
listen to this.
westerns?
No, they're horror movies. Listen
They
to this,
are horror
okay.
movies.
They all look
Ooh.
awesome, yeah.
A prostitute makes her clients park their cars in a specific place where her lover and his friend, disguised as policemen, rob them and beat them.
Let's watch
Sounds
it.
pretty good.
That just sounds like
Yeah.
Mexico.
Let's watch it.
sounds like the
Mexico
taint of
City.
Texas, honestly.
Taint of
It does
Texas.
sound like Tina, Texas. Yeah, pretty much. Beyond that, we have our one star Hugo Stiglitz, which I know we know
Wait.
him from other stuff.
Well,
Is
he's
that
a
George
character.
Eastman? Fake George
No, it
Eastman?
looks like
No,
George
he's
No,
a he's a
it's not him, no.
character. It's a real dude. It's a real dude.
Nightmare
he's a character.
City.
Yes,
He was in
Nightmare
Nightmare
City.
Ah,
But-
that's where he is.
That's
And
why-
Inglorious Bastards.
Inglorious
Yes.
Bastards, Quentin
Yes.
Tarantino. This fucking guy, he's still working today. He does minimum 3-4 movies a year.
It's crazy,
In
right?
1995, I wrote it down. He did
a rabbit
he
hole
did
again?
over 12 movies.
Yeah, he is.
In 1999, he did over 12 movies.
He's 274 acting credits.
It's insane.
He has stuff coming out this year, and he has one. It's in production right now.
Dude, some of these movies look cool.
Hugo Stiglitz is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
he was great. He played the doctor character.
Yeah, he was the doctor in this. But
This
then
one-
was the
he's
bad guy, the monster guy, George Eastman? Or was it just.
No, it
I
just looks like
no, but he looked a lot like
yeah.
him.
Okay.
this
Yeah,
movie. Sorry, Don't Panic. This looks cool. He made this also, and it's about an evil force that gets stuck in a Ouija board. Sounds really
Ooh.
awesome.
Mm.
And it's from the
Okay.
80s.
that sounds pretty cool.
It
We'll
looks
definitely
cool.
check that out. Beyond that, our cast and crew for this film. Let's see. Our cinematographer was Luis Medina, who did stuff like, again, Spanish movies never seen before, but one called Vacation of Terror. That sounds pretty cool.
It sounds
sound
cool.
cool.
Passion.
Yeah.
It's an AJ
Is
head.
it a sequel to this movie?
An evil witch gets burned at the stake, but not before vowing to return.
It's witchcraft.
And get her revenge.
It's just witchcraft.
100 years later, the family arrives at a cabin. Yep, this sounds pretty cool, actually. We should check that out.
How many are there? Are there 16?
It's one. Vacation of Terror. We should check that out. Finally, music was by Chucho Zarzosa.
That's how you
which
pronounce
was interesting stuff. Again, did things that I can't pronounce. But they did things like, okay, Mr. Poncho, Bloody Marlene, Narco Terror.
that. So everybody involved in
That's
this
a
movie was
terror.
like this was a full Spanish production.
Seems-
It appears
seems
to be,
have been.
yeah.
It's a Mexican film, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was actually released in the States first, which is weird.
Really?
I'm guessing they got maybe some money backing them from the
Probably
States.
for a horror movie. Like it makes sense
Yeah.
at that time.
Right. Yeah, in Mexico, it didn't get released until December 12th, so 6 months later.
Huh.
Or 5 months later, rather. All right, that's it for your impromptu El History Holo.
Okay. I've been looking into this. I've been looking
Yeah?
into Mr. Dick.
What'd you find about him?
Mary Dickmas. Here's what I say.
Yeah, we have
do.
the
Since-
shaft, the lift,
Uh,
the balls.
I suggest we do the shaft. Then we do Amsterdammed.
Yes.
Then we do. No, I'm sorry. We start with the lift. That's 1983. Then we do Amsterdam, 1988. Then we do the shaft, 2001. And then on the Christmas week, we end with Saint, which is a Christmas movie.
Oh shit! It's
That's
a plan.
And
That's
it's
good.
Mary
Yeah.
fucking Dickmas.
I mean, we'll probably forget, but it sounds great.
No. We got
Sean's gonna write this
Sean
down.
will not forget.
Sean.
We're counting on this shot.
Texas State
There's
Massacre.
no hope here. You gotta carry us through here.
All right, Aaron, great history whole section. Time to move on and talk about Cemetery of Terror. So here we go.
Hey, this is Harrison Ford, and I'm back for Indiana Jones 27, Raiders of the Crystal Temple of the Last Dial of Doom, Part 3. And you might ask yourself, how are you back, Harrison Ford? Aren't you 137 years old? And yes, I am. But, thanks to the technology of de-aging, I can act forever. In fact, I've been dead for 32 years. But Hollywood doesn't stop there, and you don't have to stop either. That is the Bad Movie Night podcast. You can sign up for $2 a month and get access to the Slack, the bonus pre-show podcasts, and get your movie on the wheel. I know I'd like to be on a wheel if I wasn't dead. But I am, 'cause I was really old. All right, well, they had to animate my dead corpse for another Indiana Jones movie, so I'll catch you here next time. Patreon.com/Bad Movie Night Show.
That really sounded like him at a couple spots.
Uh-huh.
It's like a high-pitched Vin Diesel, and then other times it sounded just like him.
What is that?
Oh my God, Aaron got the AI voice changer. Who is that?
Is that Joe Biden?
I'll tell you what, George W. likes his Indiana Jones movies. He's got all kinds of weapons of mass, destruction to find. I tell you, when I see destruction, the massive kind, I'll be looking at destruction.
It's like Bush drunk.
Yes, I will.
AKA Bush.
Bush.
Now I know why he's
Giddy up,
delayed.
Indy.
He's delayed. The voice AI changer really delays you when you do the live version. And now you're
Not like my war on terror.
there. He's back. All right. Okay, so that was my Indiana Jones bumper I made 15 minutes before the show.
That was good,
I thought
man.
it was funny.
That was good. It was really
Aaron,
funny.
Good
Aaron
job.
made faces like he was offended.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
Indiana Jones is like my favorite movie.
Okay, Aaron, turn your AI voice changer off.
It's
for
such
now.
a mess, man.
It's such a mess. All right, AJ, what did you think of Cemetery of Terror?
I feel like I'm getting an obscene phone call.
I know. I'm muting him for now until he figures his shit out. Go ahead, AJ.
Yeah, so much.
All right, yeah, he's definitely back to muted. Go ahead, AJ.
Yeah, I was excited because we saw the trailer and it looked pretty amazing. And when you see the trailer and all that amazement, that's basically all the good stuff in the movie. I was a little disappointed. I thought the movie drug for a really long time until the third act, where you actually had some kind of resolution with like action and like violence and gore. And even then, it was like a little disappointing. I expected more from this, just from like the trailer. And it felt Italian in like that kind of like over the top horror way. But I just don't feel like it delivered very well. And it's just pulling from other movies like Halloween and just, I don't know. Yeah, there's nothing original about it.
Aaron.
I mean, I kind of agree. At the same time, though, it's 1985 horror movie from Mexico, so it's hitting a lot of the same points as all those shitty movies from back then, as slashers. Once this gets going, so the last like third of the movie, it's pretty damn entertaining. We got some really cool scenes. We kill off all of our main actors and then introduce a bunch of kids, which is weird. We finally get to see our main killer who looks crazy and cool. We get random zombies popping out of the graves from reading Latin incantations. It doesn't make any damn sense, but it was definitely entertaining at that point. It is a slog though to get there, I think. I like the special effects. I thought some of the gore was fun, but it is a little underwhelming when our main baddie is just literally bitch slapping people to death.
It's awesome. What are you talking about?
Right.
But it's like he's carving a melon with stuff. He's just like, "Ugh."
Did you see his nails?
And pulling out guts.
Scoops out.
Yeah, he's scooping out guts. I don't know.
Scooping out guts.
It's like a pumpkin.
Halloween pumpkin.
Why is she 45 years old and the rest of them
Yeah.
are 18? I don't understand what's going on there.
I thought she was their mom.
Yeah, me too.
Are you
Yeah.
suggesting he was doing their mommy?
If anybody would be suggesting that, it'd be Lindsay. So that's all I have
Nobody
to say.
was doing anybody.
No, well, they were trying to. but
They're
we'll-
trying.
Not succeeding.
We can talk about that later.
We'll get into all the hot and heavy
I'm gonna have
scenes.
nightmares about that shit.
Okay, so not the biggest fan either.
I
Lindsay, what did you
no, I
think?
didn't say that.
Oh, you didn't say that? I wasn't listening.
Do you ever
What'd you
fucking
say?
listen to anything I say?
No, he always says the opposite of what you say.
Now
Big
Lindsay's
fan,
got
big
it.
fan.
Lindsay's picked up on my thing. Lindsay, what'd you think?
I had a lot of fun with this movie. There was some time when it drug where I'm like, oh, something happen, please? But it had a ridiculous plot, just convoluted character choices and decisions by the main characters. And I love seeing all the old fashion and stuff, like the bathing suits with socks and sneakers. For some
Right.
reason, everybody wore them with your bathing suit back then. It's true. But yeah, there's enough silliness and stuff, especially towards the end when some really crazy shit starts happening. This one was a lot of fun, even though it did drag in parts. I really enjoyed this one.
Rebecca.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good too. I thought it was a big tone shift from when the teenagers died to when the kids took over. Became
Yeah.
almost like a kids movie a little bit. But I still thought, the gore was pretty good. It was just kind of silly in some spots. But yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
Hot fucking garbage. Hot fucking garbage. I mean, yeah, I agree. The last 20 minutes was fun, but the movie is it's so stupid. There's 45 minutes in this thing too, where nothing happens at the beginning except for incredibly dumb premise and storytelling. This whole setup makes absolutely no fucking sense.
No,
It's
very
insulting.
convoluted.
You spend 45 minutes sitting with these fucking assholes doing nothing, trying to get laid, I guess. I don't fucking know. It's so dumb. And then they're just immediately killed off in 45 seconds, which, don't get me wrong, those kill scenes were fun. And then it just shifts into all new characters. Meanwhile, I guess your lead character is... What's his name, Aaron?
Doctor?
The doctor? I forget the
Yeah.
actor's name.
I'm sorry I wasn't listening to you.
That's fair. But he's in it for
Hugo
maybe
Stiglitz.
Hugo Stiglitz, who's in it for maybe a combined 10 minutes of actual footage. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Beyond the kills, nothing. There's not even I thought maybe you would get some of that Italian flair. That's the way the premise or the trailer kind of sold it to me. And
Like a little
I get it's-
Giallo-esque kind
I
of
get
stuff.
it's a Spanish movie, not Italian. I get that, but that's what I was kind of hoping for. But it's not. There's no like real stylish flair to this thing. There is some competency at times. Like when the movie opened, there's a really cool
I
shot.
love that shot.
And I was like, damn,
Yeah.
we're in for something fucking good here.
And also the red light when they bust into the morgue.
In the morgue.
That whole sequence looked really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
okay. But when your movie is about 3 teenage 45-year-olds tricking women to a scary mansion where the women get rightfully upset when they're told it's a party.
Yeah.
then
Not
the
just
way-
a party. Not just a party. A party with celebrities.
It's supposed to be a rock party.
And famous
Yeah.
people.
Rock.
30,000 people
Jet
with
set,
private
whatever that
jets.
Jets that
Skip
was
the
used.
concert.
Skip that concert. Oh,
When
yeah.
your friend tells you you're going to a jet set party, there better be
Yeah.
fucking sparkling
So,
champagne.
You
They-
get your
they-
best sweater dress and you put that
They
thing on.
skip things. They go to this party, which was a whole lie. And the way that the 3 men decide to get back at the women and possibly get laid or whatever their goal
Yeah,
is,
they're mad they're
is
not
to-
putting out.
is to find this book and then steal a body from the morgue and take it to the cemetery because that's
The
what
most
women
fucked
want.
up looking body,
Yes,
too.
they had to get the worst one.
And I'm like, this is so stupid. I don't know how I'm supposed to buy into any of this.
But it worked. It worked.
What?
no,
How?
that's the question there, Lindsay.
What worked? Why was the
It
professor in
worked
such a hurry to
insofar
get
as
there?
Because they go back to the
He
fucking
needed-
house and
he
they're
needed to
hanging
stop
out.
it.
oh, you mean it worked that they were able to like,
it worked on the women, is what
all
I'm
right,
saying.
fine. This
Oh.
is what you want. Then you're telling me this worked. This is called working right now. This
I'm sure that guy is having a blast.
Where did
But
you find that video of me from high school?
It's so awkward.
It's so awkward.
It's awful.
Oh my god.
It's
It's like two people who don't know how to kiss are like, are we doing it right? Like
Yeah.
it would
And
be
it's
like a
even worse
parody.
because you just imagine all the people that are watching that scene.
Oh my God.
Too.
It looks like Will Ferrell and what's that other guy from Step Brothers? Robert Grundley. What's his name? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, you're talking
the
about,
other brother.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they were doing like a kissing scene, like to be funny
Riley?
and awkward.
John
Bill
Riley.
O'Reilly.
John C. O'Reilly.
Bill
John Stamos O'Reilly.
O'Reilly.
Will Ferrell
God.
and Bill O'Reilly made out. That's
Walter
what-
Cronkite and Bill O'Reilly.
It's like
Phil
that.
Collins and
Pay-per-view
Bill
event.
O'Reilly.
It's like
made
that
out.
show they did where it was like they would wait for their first kiss, like never
Oh,
virgins,
yeah.
and their first kiss ever was when they get married.
At the
And,
altar.
and it's
awful
horrible.
every
It's
single
horrible.
time.
They don't know what they're doing at all. It's like, have you ever even seen people kiss? What the fuck?
I mean, I'm 42. I still don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Aaron, come over. I'll show you how to do it.
All right, I'll be right there.
That could be your podcast.
So
The Kiss Cast with Chris and Aaron.
I got annoyed because they were jet skiing, and I was like, "This looks
Yeah.
awful."
Do you normally
The
jet
whole,
ski
like,
with one
spend my
ski?
day like going to the beach to
Oh,
go
really?
jet
You don't
skiing.
think
It's
that's fun?
fucking awful.
I've never jet
No.
skied. Do you always use
That
one
guy,
ski?
It's water skiing, not jet skiing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought it was actually
Sorry. Yes,
kinda-
water skiing. One
It
ski
was
though.
cool.
I think you can. I thought it was kind of crazy that they started on the dock and not in the water.
Yeah.
'Cause
And
that
he
sounds
he
like-
nailed
dangerous
it.
as fuck.
He nailed it.
Yeah, typically you like lay back and then you go versus off a dock like that.
Then they get so mad at him because he splashes them.
Well, rightfully
Did
so.
he? I'm going to
Yeah,
the
these
rock
guys are
concert this evening.
dicks. All three
Like-
of them.
Rock concert this evening.
you have moments where like, okay, this mansion
Hey,
looks
Chris,
pretty
there's
cool.
your house.
It's pretty neat looking. The
Uh-huh.
lighting not so great, but it's fine. But then like when you get into the house, it's like
Mm-hmm.
super bright. It looks like
Yeah,
a
weird.
Scooby Doo episode,
Yeah.
like really shitty, not creepy at all. I don't know. Look
They
at
could
that
have,
outfit.
and they're like, let's light some candles. Like there's no electricity
Right.
in the house,
Yeah.
but it's totally
Daylight
totally
inside.
Yeah.
Why did they bring their mom along? I don't understand.
Well, she didn't want to go. She wanted to go to the rock concert.
I want to go to the rock concert halfway to this movie. I'm like, all right, I'm not ready.
Can we
I'm ready.
talk
Let's go.
about Dr. Hugo Stiglitz for a second and his fucking
Stiglitz.
suit, his fit? This guy with
Mhm.
like 2 buttons buttoned and that's it.
What's wrong with that?
It's riding dirty.
It was a style.
That's Chris. That's called riding flirty.
It looks great, but he's supposed to be like this doctor. I don't know.
his persona is sex first.
Yes.
He just drips it.
Oozes,
from,
oozes.
He oozes it from his chest.
He's leaking it everywhere.
That's why I had to open up the shirt.
I mean, he does look very sweaty. Everybody
Yeah,
looks
He
moist.
does, yeah.
It's probably like very humid and hot, so he's like, I'm unbuttoning
Could be.
this shit. But so Dr. Stiglitz,
Yes.
from the
Stiglitz.
opening, from the beginning of the movie, because it opens with him dreaming about this guy who gets murdered, who's a serial killer, kills like 18 people. He says he goes because he has this whole vision. You have to go to the morgue, he tells the detective, and dispose of the body right away. So even
Gotta
before
burn it.
these kids discover the Necronomicon and resurrect him, he thinks that he's going to be resurrected anyways. So did the Necronomicon actually do anything, or is he going to come back no matter what?
That's a good question.
I thought that's just what raised all the zombies.
Because yeah, he seemed really convinced that he was worried about him coming back from the dead regardless, but that the kids did it. So like, was someone drawn to it and it was just going to happen regardless? I don't know.
I don't know. Is this what it's
I don't
like to
know.
be
Well, 'cause
religious or something?
I thought it
And
was just a
this
happenstance
is one
bad
of the
writing.
big problems with the movie is we really don't know anything about this killer outside of that he killed 17 people.
Right.
And they mention a few lines about devil worshipping and sacrifice or something like that, but they never really go into more of like what he actually did before he
You don't
was
know.
killed.
Well, they talk about him being a demon
Yeah.
of some sort,
Mhm.
like he's
I
not
don't
an
know.
actual man.
Yeah.
He kills people by slashing them, and it's not like he has claws. He just has hands.
Yeah, it's weird.
And like this guy is getting slashed, and he can't even see him. Who's like right in front of him? It doesn't.
I know
make
that
any
was
fucking
great.
sense.
Was he in the tree?
That was pretty fun.
I have no idea.
It's
It was
cool.
dumb.
He's
I
just
thought-
really
But I
fast.
mean, it was cool.
He's in and
when
out.
he- what is?
I think if it wasn't lit
gore.
so brightly, you just assume it was dark and you couldn't see. But
Right.
I guess that's the intention.
Mhm.
Then you have the Halloween kill,
Yep.
and a
Yeah.
lot of Halloween in this movie.
Yeah.
A lot. Some of the music
It's all
sounded
Halloween.
similar.
That was not very
and
satisfying.
Some of the
Yeah.
POV shots very similar.
Yeah.
You had Dr. Stiglitz saying like
Mhm.
he's not a man, he's
He's
a
evil.
something. Yeah, there's nothing behind his eyes or whatever fucking what's his face says on Halloween. So
Loomis.
Dr. Loomis.
Dr. Jeff Loomis.
But yeah, I mean like the scariest thing in the movie is literally this kissing scene.
It's
Yeah.
terrifying.
There's some silly shit that I laughed at a lot in this movie though. Like when they in his vision when they kill the bad guy, the cops do.
Mhm.
Because they open the door and he comes out and there's 3 cops. 2 of them are shooting at them and the other one is just standing there holding his nightstick, just dead face, nothing. There's tons of stuff like
That's
that
great.
throughout the film. It's just really, really silly. Or the kids, they're like, we're gonna go trick or treating. It's Halloween, and they are hitchhiking and they just get into a stranger's van.
Everybody
Yeah.
in.
Everybody in, let's go to the cemetery in the stranger's van.
When in Mexico, I guess.
I
don't know.
thought about that because like everybody I think people would be like, well, it was the 80s, you could do that. But I'm like,
No, you couldn't.
you couldn't.
Yeah, the
People
80s
did it.
That's how
Well,
people
no,
got
shouldn't
away
do that.
with shit back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Good if you want to die or get kidnapped. Yeah.
All right.
I watched Evil Dead Rise again right before I watched this
Oh, yeah?
movie,
Mhm.
and I got like, and maybe this isn't true, but it felt like it was at the time because I was high as well. But there's a shot in Evil Dead Rise where they show the cabin, like it's one shot, and it's this like A-frame cabin, and the trees are like everything is perfectly framed, and the whole time I'm thinking like, you fucking did all that in post, like none of that's real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's so cheap. It happens so often and it feels so cheap. And then I was like watching this, I'm like, yeah, they actually like built these crosses and like placed them
Yeah.
and shit. And while it doesn't look as good, at least somebody like did that.
Put some
You know what I
effort
mean?
in.
Yeah.
Some
Right.
effort. And like
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
true.
discounting like the effort in VFX and stuff, but it just feels I know what that would have looked like on set. It would have been like a camera and nothing would have matched what actually comes
Right.
out in post. And if it just feels so unfair or something. You know what I mean? Like it's like
Yeah.
you didn't actually do that. I don't know.
I did really like when they start rising from the grave and the lights and stuff,
Mhm.
and like that was cool. That was a cool moment.
The zombies look
The
cool. too.
fire
Yeah.
bursting out
Yeah.
of the grave.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think there was some
Like
cool
a Michael
stuff.
Jackson video.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
thriller.
Well,
It's just a
it
shame
really
the
made me
rest
think
of
of
the
that,
movie-
especially with the one kid wearing the Michael Jackson.
Yes.
jacket.
Yes.
There
It's
it
a
is.
shame because like they had some great things here. It's just the script is terrible.
It makes
Yeah.
no sense.
Yeah,
It
it
makes no sense.
Well,
How did the book get in the house?
And it was his
Why
house,
would-
right? It's like Michael
Was
Myers'
it?
house,
it's
right?
the killer's house.
Was it?
That's
I
what
assumed. I don't know.
I
Why
thought
Was
so.
it?
It's
Well,
just
he
Halloween.
returns there, so I
Well, that's
assume-
why I
Halloween.
figured he was there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just saw Halloween. I know that's what happens. So
Does the kid actually know Latin? Wasn't it a Latin book, or was it?
Yeah. If you find Latin
using
at
his
anywhere,
phonics.
don't read it out loud.
Right,
For Christ's
yeah.
sake, don't read it out loud.
you'll just offend all the
It definitely feels like
Yes.
they work backwards. Like, we want this in this movie. Let's work backwards to that conclusion.
Mhm.
And not in a good way, because they don't
No.
justify any of it. I mean, I guess technically reading the Necronomicon in the fake rain at the cemetery is what resurrected all the demons,
hmm
and him included, even though he resurrects earlier than everybody else or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It makes no sense.
It makes no
Makes
sense.
Does it have
we try to
I
make
don't
sense
know.
of it, and you can't. So
Talking about the zombies coming out of the grave, I don't know if you pulled this part or not, but a zombie has one of the kids, and another kid picks up a rock and hits him on the head, and it makes the funniest fucking sound.
I don't have it. Sorry.
I like that shot where he's holding on to the grave and like getting himself
Yo.
up. That was cool.
Mhm.
Well, and then when he brings it in the house and it's on fire,
Oh, that's the best part of the
Mhm.
movie.
Mm,
Yeah.
Stiglitz.
I
Yeah,
was cheering at that part.
yeah.
Oh,
What
you're
did you-
talking about with the when he
The
yeah,
cross?
That was,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's on
Mhm.
fire. It's fucking awesome.
Mhm.
What did you think about the girl holding on to the book trying to burn it, and then it just like does the
The
poltergeist thing
tractor
and-
beam.
Yeah.
That was so
That's
silly.
good. I liked it. What
There's
about
so
the?
much-
What about the axe?
These fucking kids
Oh,
have an
yeah.
axe and they're trying to escape. And they're like, oh
Yeah,
no, this wooden door won't open. We
Mhm.
better
Or this
try
glass
the other way.
window.
Yes, I'm like, you have an axe.
I mean,
That's the thing.
But
Like,
what's with the ghost element here? I don't
yeah,
get
I don't
it.
know.
exactly.
Yeah.
it's
Exactly.
convenient.
That's the problem with this movie.
It just doesn't fit.
That sound was cool too because it sounded like
Mhm.
hitting a cinder block.
It makes no
Mhm.
sense why
And
that axe would become
Dust
a
went
ghost
flying
axe.
everywhere. Yeah, it does make sense.
But you have the first half of the movie is the teenagers, which they have no issue killing them off in very violent ways, which was fun.
Mhm.
But as soon as they introduce all the kids, like the kids aren't going to get killed. So it's
I
just
know.
like
I was waiting for
Scooby-Doo
one
escape
of them
scenes.
to get picked off at least.
And I just feel like it undermines like everything else because it's like if these kids can so easily escape from
Right.
everything, why couldn't like
Mhm.
the adults or like
They
the
were pretty
teenagers
dumb
or
adults.
whatever?
Especially
was-
when sometimes
yeah.
they were like right next to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And nothing
there's
happened.
still nothing.
It's such a missed opportunity. You introduce all these kids and they get away. It's just like, like you had the opportunity to go to like next level,
hmm
and you didn't do it. It's crazy. Crazy.
And the
Yeah.
ending was fun too.
Well, but also, this is what some of the music sounds like.
Sounds great. What are you talking about?
I mean, there's some music that was cool, but that's not. Yeah.
What is that shit? That's not even trying at all. That's what it do. And the rest of the music, I didn't think was very good either. Like the
At least
end credits that they-
arpeggiated it, right?
It's very Halloween synth heavy stuff.
You know
Yeah.
what though? It's what makes me appreciate John Carpenter's music so much more because his is very simple often,
Well, yeah,
But it's very good.
And
but
it's
it's just
catchy.
so good
It's catchy.
Mhm.
compared to this. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
it's tone setting. It sets the tone.
yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
It fits with the visuals. It's
Mhm.
effective. I think like Halloween, if you watch it now, it feels a little sloppy. Like that theme song is iconic, but watching the movie, the music feels a little sloppy at times. But then when you go to like The Thing, even though I don't know if he wrote all that music, I think he worked with
He,
someone.
Ennio Morricone.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
I mean,
Yeah.
he had a
Morricone,
part.
but-
He had a part of it.
But like you could still hear it, but like it just he's good. It matches everything.
Mhm.
Right.
But like this
like a
Fucking
Saturday night with
awesome.
Spiv's mom.
It's fucking awesome is what that is.
I don't know, man.
I mean, in short bursts is cool, but it goes on a
Yeah.
bit much. Yeah.
It's fair. It is just a loop.
The end shot, though. That end shot
Makes no sense.
makes
It's
no
cool,
sense. I
But
did
it's
really like
fun.
it.
Oh yeah, it was
Is
fun.
there Cemetery of Terror 2?
God, I
yet.
hope.
But that's cool
Hey,
that
if-
the book's still like on fire as
Yeah.
he's turning
Yeah.
it. I love that.
I like his expression too. It matches perfectly
Yeah.
with the other guy.
Look how
That's
fine the
great.
print is.
Mhm.
I'm not discounting the effort. Like, there's definitely a lot of effort put into
It
this
just
thing.
makes no sense.
It just makes no sense.
Ah!
Oh man, look at that guy.
Look at that. And the zoom in then. That's fucking
Stiglitz.
No, it's great.
great. An interesting movie.
Good
Yeah.
points.
Not a great
Bad
one.
points.
You win some, you lose some.
Anything else?
I still wouldn't mind watching some of his other horror movies, like that Ouija board movie. Sounds cool. There's some cool ones on there. We shouldn't discount just because this one was a little rough on the edges.
No.
You know?
A better script.
I think this is pretty typical for that genre in the mid 80s,
yeah.
personally, honestly.
I mean, I got I got spookies vibes. I got low budget
Yeah.
movie vibes where it's like, the story is just taken from a popular movie and we just threw something together.
I also like watching movies that are horrible that were shot on film. Because
True.
it's just weird because they look great.
the
you know?
dichotomy of
The dichotomy of how
now.
great they
Yeah.
look and how shitty they are. It's
That-
interesting,
That is something that actually is pretty nice nowadays with like
right?
a movie being
You can
shot out every
tell.
day where it's like, okay, yeah, this is just hot garbage. You can already tell like 1 second in. But that film look, man, that hides so much. It makes it so
Mhm.
much better than
Really?
it should be. All right. Anything else with the Cemetery of Terror? Okay. Any alternate titles? Okay. I'll take that as a no with
Yeah.
AJ's sad.
I was trying to think of some.
I
but-
know, me too, but they're just all dirty, so I don't want to.
Yeah, when I ask you guys, that's the time to think of them, is when I ask. Not that
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
AJ, would you recommend Cemetery of Terror?
I honestly don't think I'm going to. I still think there were some great things, like everyone said, like the end was cool and stuff, but it was just like so hard to get to that point where it got like watchable for me. I was just really disappointed because the trailer sold me a really cool movie and it just never delivered on it.
Aaron.
I mean, if you're into these kind of movies, I think it's fine. It's nothing. There's nothing special or unique about it. I agree with that, but it's not my favorite genre movie, so it's hard for me to say. If you like these, I think you might like it, but it's not for me.
Lindsay.
Oh yeah, this is a lot of fun to watch. It's fun to see where they stole from other movies and just some of the silly decisions and how convoluted it is. And it's got some great gore and it's fun. So yeah, definitely watch it.
Rebecca.
Yeah, I think I'll recommend it as well. It's definitely not going to keep you on the edge of your seat.
No.
But I think the ending is worth kind of sticking in there with it.
Mhm.
No.
Not even with the Stiglitz, really.
Dude, Nightmare City, so much better than this.
Nightmare
Well,
City
yeah,
is way better.
But
Yeah.
Talk about cool music too.
that's not the quest. That wasn't the question asked.
I know. Well, he
Yes, but
brought
it's
up the
the answer.
Stiglitz. He brought up the Stiglitz. Take the Stiglitz factor out. It's not great. It's too boring for a long time. Just watch the end. You don't even need to know what's going on.
The
Just
last
watch
third.
end.
It's
Yeah,
pretty good,
that's
yeah.
true. Just watch the end.
It's probably better if you don't know what's going on.
You don't need to know what's going
No.
on.
What do you think Spiv thought if he had actually watched the movie?
He would have liked it, I think.
He probably would have. Like,
You would have said it would have made more of this.
I
but-
really liked the water skiing. The water skiing was the best. There wasn't enough water skiing. Really needed
can we
more
just
water
talk
skiing.
about how weird Spiv is? Is he like the weirdest fucking person?
No,
I-
Spiv's great.
I love him. He's
I
just
love
fucking
Spiv.
weird.
Yeah.
You think he's going to get weirder and with time?
Yes.
Oh my god.
That's
I
the
hope so.
problem, I think.
I
No,
think
it's
most
great.
people do. Just Because
Yeah.
the older you
They
get,
lose
the
the
less
filter,
you don't
right?
give a fuck anymore.
Exactly.
You
I
realize
think
it doesn't
Spiv's
matter
been there
whatever.
for
What's
a
the
while.
point?
That's the
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah, but see, the thing with Spiv is like he is one of
He's-
the nicest people I know. Like,
Yeah.
he is a very nice person.
He is.
So like when you peel back the weird layer, it just gets really weird. But anyways, all right, let's move on and play a game. So here we go.
Game time, baby.
Your theories are the worst kind of problems, right? Your methods are sloppy and your conclusions are highly implausible. Shall we play?
Oh no, I'm not gonna know any of these.
Geography.
We'll be fine.
Which movie? But we
You're
already
fine.
did Mexico. We had to
Mm.
go with actual Spain because I didn't know what else to do for
All right.
this movie. So here we go. What do you think the population of Spain is?
3 million.
6 million?
7 million.
I'll tell you that Pennsylvania is 12 million.
Uh huh.
Yeah, 10 million.
It is 47.4.
Holy
Jesus, I
shit,
was
that's a
way
lot of people.
off.
Yeah.
Holy fuck on a
I had no
stick.
idea it was that populated. Wow.
Yeah.
Hmm.
How many UNESCO World Heritage Sites are in Spain?
Mm,
No.
19?
27.
12.
It is
13.
48.
Ooh.
It's the
Damn.
third highest in the world. Yeah. What food is the city of Buñol known for? Is it olives, tomatoes, cheese, or rice?
Olives.
Tomatoes.
It's going to be something weird. I'm going to say
Uh,
rice.
It-
Rice.
Not cheese. I think olives or tomatoes. Olives.
It is tomatoes. That's where
Oh,
the
they do the tomato.
tomato festival is.
Yes, tomatoes.
Seems like a good waste of perfectly good tomatoes.
Yeah, because it's not like they use ones that are
Discarded
spoiled
ones?
or like
See,
they're
I'm gonna
All-
go there. I'm gonna take canned tomatoes, chuck them at people.
in the can.
I'm a tourist. I didn't understand. Sorry. Bam.
What type of dance was created in Spain? Flamenco, salsa, merengue, or mambo?
When
Flamenco.
Merengue. Merengue.
Flamenco.
It was flamenco.
Yeah.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ! I know
that's-
nothing
yeah.
about Spain.
All those flamenco is a great dance. I can't do
Mhm.
it, but it's a great dance.
Oh, that shit's super impressive.
Yeah.
I would like to go to Spain.
I don't know if I
Dreams.
want to.
You can't, AJ,
Why not?
because you're
You're on the do not fly list.
Because you're poor.
Because you're
You were.
Because you live in a
Same
fucking
reason none of us
basement.
get- yeah,
I
you
see
live
where
in
you're
a
going.
basement.
Where you're going with this.
Spain is home to the oldest what?
Library.
Is it church, restaurant, library, or city hall?
restaurant.
Church.
It's not going to be. Oh, I'm going to say restaurant.
It is the oldest restaurant. Started in
Damn.
1725.
That's so cool.
So
You
it
can get a
is
whole
Awesome.
suckling pig there.
50 years older than the United States.
Damn.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
51, technically.
Have they changed ownership?
It's the same guy
It's like
in the back.
one ancient guy in the back. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Instead of a tooth fairy, Spain has a tooth what?
Oh, we
Is
did
it-
this, didn't we, before?
Mouse, dragonfly, or owl?
I want to say owl just
Angel.
because that's terrifying.
I think it's
Ow.
mouse, right?
It is the tooth mouse.
Yeah.
Do you imagine the tooth owl? Isn't that
Arthur?
frightening?
Yeah,
like,
tooth owl.
99
Arthur's
kids.
plastic, man.
The tooth owl is coming.
Alan.
his head just spins around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do the Spanish eat at midnight on New Year's? Is it peaches, grapes, apples, or pineapples?
Apples?
Pineapples.
Grapes.
Who doesn't love a good
Grapes.
New Year's apple? What the hell?
It makes sense.
Grapes.
Celebrating.
It is grapes. They
Yeah,
eat one
makes sense.
on each chime at midnight.
I would probably choke to death on like number 10.
That seems very fast.
Very fast.
All right, there you go.
That was a fun game.
Oh, thank you, Rebecca.
Nice
Learned a
job.
lot
Very good
about
game.
Spain.
There you go.
All right, let's move on. Do some listener feedback. Here we go.
I suggest we read some listener feedback, sir.
Make it so, number one.
Emails. You tiny little emails. You precious little emails. Where are you?
All right, Spiv's not here. I guess I'll do it. For 1992 Seed People from last week, we have Susan Jane 4784 says, I love it when you guys riff on smashing movies together. So funny. I ended up reimagining the Seed People in a Hallmark town. That's actually a pretty good
I like
movie
that
idea.
idea.
It is.
Like a Lifetime original kind of deal. I've been to a Connecticut where they film a bunch of Lifetime movies, and it is like you see it and you're like, I could film a Lifetime movie here, and they do, and it's very nice. Anyways, that's my tangent. Taylor Ann says, I think Aaron's history hole condom was funny as hell.
It was classic, man.
It's fun, Aaron, when you put in effort to doing
Yeah, yeah, it
when
is.
you did it.
People enjoy it, actually.
Yeah. Ranmick5362, not 113, says, Goo, check. Rubber Suit Monsters, check. Crazy Old Man, check. Corn Cob Aliens, big old check. My other picks have been a little lackluster, but I swung for the fence on this one.
That's a good one.
Alternate titles, Close Encounters of the Corn, and Salad, the Tossing. Yeah, no, that was a good recommendation. Susan Jane 474 also says, oh, it's Shark Week month, whatever. You need to do a shark movie.
Oh, that
Which is
would
a
be
good
fun.
idea.
Not a bad idea.
I would definitely
I
do
thought that was a good
that.
idea. There's lots of shark movies.
Tons.
Mike D says, Critters meets Invasion of the Body Snatchers, only those movies are way better. Yes, yes, they are. And David Black says, what a ridiculous movie in a fun way. Alternate titles would be Plants Gone Wild.
That's good.
All right. And we got no voicemails, but Spiv is on vacation. He did send in a video, so I'm going to go ahead and play that now.
Hey guys, made it to the Pacific Ocean. Pretty nice. It's very windy and cold. Have you stepped in the ocean, his shoes are soaked. It's a good time so far. Enjoy the bad movies.
What the
Am
fuck?
I in Prince of Darkness? What the fuck is happening?
That was great. I wanted to see the whole movie. That was really
Yeah.
I hope you guys
Oh,
appreciate
no.
the effort.
Great.
That was
A lot of
awesome. I
effort.
loved it. No, that
Yeah.
was really cool.
That was
Yeah, no,
really cool.
Spiv sent in some stupid ass message and then I made it creepy.
You did, too, yeah.
Made it better. Yes.
It is creepy, right? But it fit.
That was
I
It
don't know why.
is. No, that was awesome.
That's
That was
great.
really cool. I liked it.
All right. If you want to get your message on the podcast, leave it on the YouTubes or go to bad-movie-night.com and leave us a voicemail. We love them. Send us a creepy video, even better. Info at bad-movie-night.com and we will include it on the show. It is time to do the wheel.
Spin it.
In the wheel.
Spin
Let's
the
I don't
do
remember
that.
what's on the wheel.
If
Yeah, what
it
is-
lands on chips, I have an idea.
Oh, I thought we
Okay.
had.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, we were gonna do the other wheel or something.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
The
are we doing a
religious
different
wheel.
No.
If it lands on fingernails.
No,
It's
no,
gonna go for
no,
that.
no
Airplane
religious
wheels.
schools.
All right, we can talk about it. We'll talk about it. I'll tell you what I was thinking. We can talk about it.
All right.
Oh, it's not going to land on the chips.
Or is it? Is it?
No. What the hell is
So
that?
close.
The Deadly Avenger?
What the fuck is this shit?
Ooh. This
Oh,
looks
this
a
interesting.
badass-
religious.
This looks interesting.
All right. Well, have
This
a good
does
time,
look
guys. I'll see
interesting.
you next week.
Are you not here?
No, I'm here.
Oh man, I really wanted to land on chips. I had an idea. What's
Ah.
this? The Deadly Avenger. I wanted to do some Lifetime movies, and I picked out
Oh.
from straight A's to triple X. My Father Must Die, Deadly Daycare, or Stalked by My Doctor. All those sound.
There was
Oh my
that like Halloween,
Yeah.
Halloween series of Hallmark movies we need to watch. Remember, or Lifetime? There was like 5
Yeah,
of them.
we
that
did
looked
the
awesome.
Storm Chaser. Wasn't
Right,
that one of
and
them?
then there's a whole bunch of other ones that looked
Yeah,
cool.
that was a
That
good
one's
one, too.
kind of sucked though.
All right. So
It's a Lifetime movie, Lindsay.
this
What the hell do
movie
you
goes
expect?
by the title of The Divine Enforcer from 1992. One solution to a bad neighborhood is a parish priest versed in weapons and hand-to-hand combat. The Divine Enforcer. The full
Is
movie
it-
is on YouTube. I found the trailer. Give me 1 second and I'll pull it up.
He doesn't need a gun. He's got God on his side.
He kicks ass for the Lord.
Right.
Present, share screen. Divine Enforcer.
This was 1992.
Open the gates of hell.
Oh,
That's
Christ.
like terrible. I'm on board.
Find
Oh
the
my-
right hand of
Oh, this is gonna be great.
I want you to stop what you're doing. You aren't God's holy avenger.
Oh my God.
Witchcraft.
This looks amazing.
Wow.
I don't want to
Wait,
see
AJ
any. I don't want to see
AJ,
any
you're
Yeah.
more.
not here
Okay.
next week?
No, I'm
Hold on,
here.
wait.
I'm here for this. I'm here.
I
for
do
this.
not want to see any more.
It's like Nick Cage eyes.
Now where are we
I'm
gonna find
scared.
this?
You know, I'll be in class, and the next thing I know is I'll be seeing someone getting murdered right in front of me.
What the fuck?
Dude, this is gonna
Dude!
be awful.
Whoa.
It's gonna be great.
I hope
I'm excited.
Where can we watch it?
I'm scared of that. This is gonna be awful.
So
Eric Estrada is in it.
it looks like the whole movie is on YouTube when you search for The Divine Enforcer.
The Divine Enforcer should be fun. Actually, it looks really fun.
I think Robert Zadar is in this.
Oh,
What?
Eric Estrada, Robert Zadar, Jan Michael Vincent.
Holy
too?
shit!
Dude, from Airwolf? Is that the guy from Airwolf?
Yeah.
yeah.
Holy shit.
No, this will be a lot of fun.
All right.
What?
Does anyone know what patron recommended this shit? This is amazing. Anyways,
Yeah.
good recommendations. This looks like some video show kind of bullshit. that was on.
Divine.
Yeah, it does. It looks.
Jesse Magers.
Jesse, good pick.
Yeah.
It's on YouTube. Yep.
Nice
Awesome.
pick.
Yeah, this looks fun. It looks
All
ridiculous.
right, guys. That's gonna do it for this week's episode. Spiv did send in another video, so we'll see what happens next week. We hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, go to the iTunes, leave a review. Helps out the show. Consider joining the Patreon, patreon.com/badmovienight. Get that movie on the wheel. And we've done a bunch of Patreon movies in the last few weeks, and I feel like the people haven't posted their new movies. We had a few new patrons in the last few weeks as well. I haven't seen their posts in
Get on
the
the Slack.
Patreon
Get your movies
Slack.
on the wheel.
So, guys, get your movies on the wheel.
Now's your chance.
If you don't want to join that Slack, that's fine. Just message me on Patreon, and I will include it on the wheel. Guys, I hope you have a great week. We'll catch you here next time. Goodbye.
Bad Movie Night Podcast. Podcast. We hope you enjoy listening to Bad Movie Night.